Have you ever felt that something that you wanted to gain and then you gained it, but you didn't feel that excitement, that level of happiness that you expected that you will feel? But then there's a very small thing that you did, like remember Allah for a change. Like simply say La ilaha illallah once. And you felt such peace, such happiness, such excitement in your heart. Well, my friends, if this is your condition, then congratulations. This is a sign from Allah that your heart is still alive. And this is Allah guiding you to take it to the right path before it's too late. Now the question is, how do you do it? Well, let's talk about it while we talk about the step towards Allah. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. How? In the previous episode, we discussed about how to, with your correct intentions, how to have the correct mindset before you start your steps towards Allah. In this episode, now that you have your intentions clear, now that you have actually realized that this dunya is nothing and the Akhira is everything, now you want to start working for the Akhira. Now you want to start building your Jannah. What is the Akhirah? The Akhirah is the afterlife. This dunya is just temporary. Even the Quran says that this dunya is just a beautiful lie. The Akhirah, however, my friends, is everything. It is the life after the day of Qiyamah. After the day where all of your choices will be visible to you. And it is your choice in this dunya whether you want to live in comfort, in peace, forever in Jannah, or suffer tremendously. Suffer so much that there's not even a single word that exists to describe the suffering of Jahannam forever. You need to put in the effort. You need to put in the effort for Allah. It's not always necessary that His guidance should align with your desires. It's not necessary. If it was, then this dunya wouldn't be a test. It would have been too easy. It wouldn't be a test anymore. It's a test so that your heart can make a decision of whether to choose Allah's guidance or your desires. You have to step over your nafs. You have to step over your ego to choose Allah's desires. Why? Why do you do that? Why should you step over your ego? Because it's like nafs. The nafs is the hardest part. Like it's the main build. It's like the largest wall standing between you and Allah. Your ego, and your ego is flamed. It's fueled by shaitan. Why should you do it? Because of peace. Because for the sake of peace. Right now, your mind must be wrestling with, I have to do this, I have to do that, after that, I have to do this, and it sometimes even gives people headaches. Like overthinking, we call it nowadays. Overthinking is like a kind of a disease, and it's contagious. You think about what you have to do and what you did before. You think about what you did before. Once you don't have to do, like once you're sleeping, when you wake up, you think about what you have to do the entire day. And once you lay down in your bed, you rethink your entire day. That's just not good for your health as well. So, for the sake of peace, how do you gain peace? There's actually this special type of shaitan, especially while you're praying, he distracts you. This whole, I have to do that, I have to do this is by him. How do you disconnect from it? Simple, you ignore it. You ignore all his callings because it's not necessary for you to always pick up a call, always pick up shaitan's call. If you leave it, like if you pay attention to something more, they become more vibrant, more important. But if you ignore them, they're seen out of the picture from you. They're out of the picture now. They're just out of the picture. You don't even notice them anymore, and you don't even get distracted through it. So that's very simple. And then you'll feel a very sudden change actually. You feel that your mind is more calm, it's more collected, it's more present in what you're doing, because the present is what you're doing right now. The present is what you are doing in the akhirah. It's responsible for your akhirah. So it's important to be focused on what you're doing right now, and you need to have peace of mind for that. Next, do it for the sake of Allah. Do it for the sake of Allah to gain His pleasure. Like you're listening to this podcast right now, He's watching what you're watching. He's listening to what you're listening, and He knows everything. He's Al Ali. He knows everything, and maybe because He knows everything, He guided this podcast to you. Maybe He knew that desire in your heart that you wanted to gain pleasure of Allah, and He's helping you. Look at His mercy. You have the intention, you wanted to gain the pleasure of Allah, and look at Him. He's helping you gain His pleasure. He's helping you to have a better akhirah. Subhanallah. He's helping you to gain Jannah. You have you have pleasure. If you gain Allah's pleasure, you gain His mercy. Start asking for His forgiveness, for His mercy. And only through Allah's mercy do you enter Jannah. Only through His mercy. It's not like if you do good deeds and don't ask for His mercies, you're gonna enter Jannah. No. The mercy of Allah contributes to 70% of your ticket to Jannah. So always remember that. Just feel Jannah for a second. There'll be trees in there, thick. فيهن عينان تجريان, streaming waters. فيهن من كل فاكهة زوجان, with beautiful fruits and thick trees, with maidens which have never been touched before, with neither by a human nor by a jinn, with with silk beds for you to rest on, and all the fruits in Jannah will be hanging away. This is in Surah Rahman, by the way. There's also another ayat in Surah Rahman, Hal Jaza'ul Ihsan illa al-Ihsan. What is the reward? Is it the reward of guidance except for good? Is there any reward of kindness except for kindness? So if Allah did kindness for you, He created this world for you, but you for Him, for His worship, then shouldn't you repay His kindness? How do you repay His kindness? He taught you to repay it with kindness. Do kindness to His people. This way you'll gain Allah. And once you do kindness to His people, He'll do kindness to you. Subhanallah. You will have eternal peace, and in Jannah, if you do inshallah get in, you will meet the prophets. You will meet your prophet, the one who cried for you in the Tahajjud. He cried for you so much. Have you ever felt a desire that you will do something if someone loved you so much for you enough to cry for you? Well, the Prophet, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did. He cried for you. Do it for the sake of Him. Do it for His sake. Do it for Allah's sake. Do it for your own sake. Work for your afterlife and get a better akhirah. Now the big question mark, how do you do it? You do it through zikr, remembrance of Allah. He says, and remember me and I'll remember you. Zikr is basically Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, and many more. There are many hadiths related to zikr of the Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the remembrance and the peace of heart is in the remembrance of Allah. and keep your mouth moist with the remembrance of Allah. And the best remembrance of Allah, zikr, is La ilaha illallah. So if you ever want to make zikr, like you want to remember Allah, do zikr. But start it slow. How about this? If you wake up for tahajjud the next morning, like inshallah, set an alarm. Try to wake up for tahajjud. If you pray your Fajr prayers with your Zuhr prayers or your any other prayers, try to wake up for Fajr prayer. And after Fajr prayer, try to dhikr at least, not much, 10 times. La ilaha illallah. And Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. The as-salah. The uh, you can have it any version of it you like. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam or any version of it you like. Take it slowly. If you jump towards it, you'll trip. If you run towards it, you'll fall. But taking your steps slowly towards it, Allah will make you perfect in every aspect. And try to keep consistency because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who are consistent, even if not perfect. Be consistent. Make it like your goal of the day to complete 10 dhikrs of La ilaha illallah and 10 of Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. You can have it at any time. Just try to complete it. I recommend early in the morning or either with Fajr prayer or right after you wake up because you remember it then and you, in the course of your day you might forget it. So try to establish that. Next, try to glorify the name of Allah. How do you glorify it? Once you're in like your friend circle or your family circle or just talking to your friend on the phone, try to mention at least one topic. Not much, just one topic. Take it slowly. Take it slowly. Try to mention just one topic of Allah, about His glory, of how He is. When you talk, your brain listens and it works in the way you talk. If you talk bad about yourself, it's going to show you all your insecurities. If you talk good about someone, it's going to show you all of their good sides. And it's going to put Allah's nur in your heart. But try to glorify His name through this way. Like, I'm not asking you to do much, just one topic about His name, one topic about His creation. Like, He took 9 months to create us, 6 days to create this world. How beautiful. Like, if you're a biology student, you might learn that so much about the inner body of a human being, and you will see that why Allah took so long to create you and why He called you His greatest creation. So there are a lot of times where you can actually mention this topic, and I'm not asking you to mention it more than once. Just try to take it slowly, one step at a time. There might be people in your life who get tired of you this way, of you behaving this way, but those are just the people Allah wants to remove in your life, from your life. They are the negative company. If they don't get annoyed of you, they are your good company. But if they do get annoyed of you, my friend, it's time to leave them and start a new company. Other than that, I would recommend to take it slowly. Obviously, take one step at a time. Try to breathe once in a while, but try to also be consistent with it. Because Allah loves those who are more consistent. He doesn't crave perfection, He craves consistency. Try to take it slow, try to take it calmly, try to breathe. Even when it's hard, it's the most challenge at that time. When it's hard, but you still do it. That is the absolute worship. Sometimes you may not feel this Allah, and sometimes you must feel it. You might feel it so much like it's pure and so peaceful, but sometimes you just don't feel anything. But you keep showing up. That is consistency, and that is when you know you're actually worshipping Allah. Sometimes while doing zikr, you might feel the zikr, but sometimes you might not. But you still do it. You still show up. You're still consistent. And that is true worship. Try to follow these steps, glorifying Allah's name, zikr, and waking up for Fajr prayer at least for a duration of 1 to 2 months. And thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope I see you in the next one. And keep smiling. Smiling